Don't think it flew out the window. That would
Yeah, this is literally my first time.
Did you see that movie?
Of course, that's why.
Her ticket falls out of her hand and they're going to kick her out of the cold or something.
You know, that might be my all-time most watched movie. Just think about December. We probably watch it 5 times every December. It's a family staple for sure.
So it's a Christmas vacation.
Yeah. With Jim and Jake's very, very cool.
My little cousin's like elephant. Like, God, I hate that movie. It's every freaking year. I'm just like, Elephant's so old.
It's one of the movies that gets old so fast.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think Polar Express and Christmas Vacation are 2 movies that withstand 5 viewings every December.
We're like going around the real wet floor. Why is the floor wet, Todd? I don't know, Margo, and I just see who gets it. Why is the floor wet, Todd? And he just gets stared at people and another reference.
Yeah. We watched that. I never watched that movie that much. We were like, we need a new Christmas movie to watch, and we watched that this December. So I've only seen it a handful of times, but it's great.
That river crossing over there isn't active anymore.
Cousin Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
Cousin Eddie, not the cousin.
The shit was full. Merry Christmas.
Just dumps into the sewage.
Hey folks, that was Albany. Join us here now. Be welcome aboard. You got your tickets. So you know, folks, we are pretty full today. Leaving Portland, the train should be pretty much at max. But Salem next stop. A bunch more people get on the Salem. So if you are a single rider, that seat next to you must be made available. Any bags or backpacks, luggage should be up above an overhead luggage rack, or there's a small luggage rack at the end of the car. But just make that seat next to you available. Another 25 or so people getting on in Salem.
I just saw them last week and we're like, we probably don't need to do anything. And then some of their friends, oh, I'm back in Greece, look at your tweets. It's like, you're going to be right back up. Well, they came down to see me, so now I'm going up to see them.
That's the same which sucks for me. I was going last weekend as well. So I'm missing back-to-back weekends in Eugene by spring term. All my friends are like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, I just saw all my family last weekend. But not my siblings. My mom and dad.
Here's some wisdom bit of grad school. You'll get more colors, right?
Yeah.
And people will like look up to you and you're all wise and stuff. You're like, wow, this teacher's pretty cool.
Once you get that second degree, everyone's all
Once you're a grad student, it's almost like, you know, you talk to people, I'm a freshman, I'm a sophomore, I'm a grad student. Holy shit.
Who's trekking?
It's good, it's hard. But it's fun, and you also have that, I mean, I recommend grad school, because, you know, I took a chance, got in, and then in my first term, one of my profs was like, I want him to be my TA for a class, I'm going to be teaching, so I took a chance, took out a small loan to start, and now I really hope it pays off, and it is already, so.
That's awesome.
Best guest speaker, the most clean restrooms.
I think you're wiser.
Yeah.
That's ultimately a big thing. I don't know, I've been considering it lately. I have a job lined up after graduation that I'll have to do for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But
I had a couple of years in between.
Yeah.
I'm 26.
Yeah, so maybe talk to you second thing this. So we'll see ultimately. We'll see what I end up. Yeah. But I definitely think I'll do a couple of years. I think with this company.
Yeah. What company?
The Groupon company.
Oh yeah. That's you?
That's me.
Sick. Okay.
So it's kind of a data analyst role there.
Okay.
But it's I interned for them last summer and had a lot of fun. Great people. A lot of happy hours. I think that's what I look for in a company. When they're willing to do happy hours once a week. And
Oh, you like going out for a beer?
I love going out for a beer.
Okay. Yeah.
So ultimately, that's something, you know, the driving factor. The driving factor is I have a job, which right now is very fortunate to have because I know the market's real.
Sure, we have to cut out the jobs. We have to cut out the jobs. Actually, got They said, sir, we have to do it. It's called negotiation.
Negotiation, goddamn
And
bullshit.
I have a daughter named Ivanka, and she says, Daddy, can I go with you? We're going to North Dakota. We love the energy.
Oh, God, it's so ridiculous. I have a lot of...
God damn, we gotta wait.
I was born in Georgia. I lived in Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
We moved to Portland. And so I have some Georgia family. And it's just like, you know, it's hard because it's that line of like
You took credit for Obama's economy.
Or
Okay.
this, or this, it's like my cousins, you know, they're educated, they're Southern educated.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit, and I love them, but also, they just, I was with them literally last weekend, because I was down in Georgia.
Yeah. Oh,
For the Masters, actually.
oh, that's sick. Yeah.
But I was just like, guys, they'd love to talk politics. I'm like, you guys are doing this stuff, I just don't want to talk about it. You know?
So you took the midnight train to Georgia.
I helped actually hop on the train, went to Portland, and then flew to...
Oh, okay, so you didn't take the midnight train to
No,
Georgia.
what's that reference from?
It's a song.
It's a song.
On that midnight train to Georgia. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of that when you said Georgia and we're on a train. I'm like, I have to squeeze that
No,
reference in
that's
somehow.
for sure.
It's probably like an outdated one by now, but I don't know.
No, when you can pull out references that are really fitting of context, you have to pull them out. Whether they land or not, who knows, but you have to pull them out.
I have some, I'm like, I send them to people older than me, but I'm like, people don't get me wrong. There was like a Tanya Harding ref. I don't know if you've heard that.
Of course,
Yeah.
Tanya Harding.
But it was actually, if it's here, it was Donald Trump, and it was Tanya Harding, and then it said U.S. economy, and she's looking at Nancy Reagan. Like a bunch of neat
It means
comments.
here.
That could fit our conversation perfectly.
But I was saying that to like my grandparents, sending it to like
You want to
who were,
see
like,
the
older than
Point
me,
Freddy
thinking, "Oh, this is
Fazbear
funny," and
as
my friends in the college were younger
a
than me.
Spartan.
I don't want to get it, so showed it to one of them who's a few years younger than me. I was like, I don't get it.
No, no,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
so-
not dividing them, I guess.
Absolutely.
What's your name?
Keenan.
Caleb.
Caleb, nice to meet you. No, it's always good to get somebody to talk to on the show.
Oh yeah.
I think last time, not last time, 2 times ago, this person sat next to me and like I tried to say hello and they were not about it, and I'm like, all right, I'll just sit here in silence for the next 3 hours and just complete utter silence. So after you're done with this, you said you want to do 2 years. Do you want to stay in Oregon or go to Washington or?
Would be open to maybe Washington, Idaho. I mean, I'll see kind of who offers what by that time. If I get anyone to offer me anything, that's 2 years from now. But hoping that, education, public education still exists in 2020, 27. But
Fingers crossed.
So like, you're gonna do your job so well, you won't have a job. So I'm really hoping, I'm really hoping that. I feel bad for students like younger than us.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like probably on the edge of their seat all the time.
I mean, I was thinking about it. I think the combination of like TikTok and like later. So when I was down in Georgia, I got to see one of my cousin's kids who's 10 years old. And I'm like, no, we live in a time where we might just cut their education cut. We live in a time where these kids are on TikTok and like their brains at this young age are just so stimmed all the time. And then they can't sit still. I mean, most kids obviously don't. At least when we were kids, we gotta watch like SpongeBob or iCarly. If we get bored during the episode, we still have to sit through it. It's sure that people like these kids get to like are being like 10 seconds of just the most
whatever they want. I was watching Family Guy and South Park, so I was getting bored.
Exactly. When you're watching those shows, it's always
Hiding my flying and
TV,
playing,
I like was 70.
and it would be cool.
An episode of South Park for Family Guy when I was like in the first grade.
the first time I watched the South Park, the teachers just were like, what the hell are you just saying, boss?
Or like Blue Collar Redneck Comedy Tour and stuff, and like making references to that. They're probably like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong? I watched a lot of South Park as a young age. As the youngest, my older brother would, I was scarred. I watched The Silence of the Lambs when I was probably like 10 years old or something like that. Because, I have an older brother. My parents, they tried to not let me watch TV with them, but at the same time, when we were older, when you always kidnap your younger brother and make them watch TV with you. Especially like Silence of the Lambs at like 8, 9, 10 years old. And I've been scarred for life. Scarred in South Park and everything when I was so young.
I like Reservoir Dogs. You ever watch that one?
No, I haven't, but I heard it's really good. My parents watched it. That's the one about in, what is it, New Mexico?
Well, yeah, they're the bad guys, and they're basically the scene that comes to mind that I remember vividly. He's cutting off the police officer's ear, and he's doing a dance, and he has that song, "Clowns to the left, me jokers to the right." Have you heard that song? Here I am, stuck in the middle with you, but it's like an old song from the 70s.
Yeah.
But every time I hear that song, the first time I ever heard it was watching Reservoir Dogs, and he's dancing around, has the radio on, and getting ready to cut off the cop's ear. So every time I hear that song, I think of that scene from this movie. So it's wild. But,
I gotta watch it. Steve Buscemi's in it. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I haven't seen it in several years. That scene, I still vividly remember. Like that song, that scene, it's like iconic to the movie.
For me, it's stuck with me. It's scene that I was just so many times. I was like, put the lotion on it. And you know, because that's what lives. This last scene, and I'm like, I want to steal it. Just like, I had a nightmare about it. It never went away. I think I've never seen the movie once since then. That scene, I think, recycled the whole thing. It's like this 2-year-old me that's so terrified I had nightmares about the same thing for weeks on end.
They were afraid of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really funny, and I like flipped it on. And then you turn it off, and I'm about to turn it back on. Telling you, Renee Zellweger kills him. I'm like, dude, you make me want to watch it even more now, just so I know you're telling the truth. Because we all know sometimes you don't. So now I'm wondering how, when, if. You know?
Yeah.
No, I'm the younger brother.
So you were able to torture your older brother.
Child. Well, I'm the middle child. He did to me almost always when it happened. Whenever I saw my chance, I like to take it. Not much older. Uncommon instances where I did, but yeah. So I was, I guess, kind of a middle child. I have your half sister, so
okay, got it.
Just all over complicated. I don't know. Jesus, it's like if I have to have a kid, I'll be like, oh yeah. Hopefully mom's got, a functional, super easy to explain, because I'm like, Jesus, you won't get it over here, that's for sure. A lot of nuts and fruits and mystery.
That's a little bit like for me, it's like my mom's side of the family is like from Georgia, which is super Catholic. So like at least keeping track of who everybody is, and she's motivated, it's so easy. My dad's like, Midwest, Ohio, originally, so many pieces that I just can't. Like you a second cousin and my sister's brother fucking down that wood. Some compliment.
My grandpa was the oldest of 6. His mom was the youngest of 10.
Oh wow.
So he's got cousins like Jesus, Germany, you can track all these people.
Yeah.
Your grandparents were just like, as long as they can go.
As long as they can go.
Which is fine with me. I exist because they decided to have number 10.
Yeah. You got lucky. You got here.
Yeah. Big Catholic family that just kept going.
One of me and her mom was one of 10 and her dad was 7.
Yeah.
So there's actually maybe I can pull it up. It's a pretty funny thing. I don't know what to show. I showed my roommates this recently. It's basically, again, it's a super tight knit family, which I guess is a good thing, but it's a PDF of all basically it's only 2 generations of people. They have this calendar with all the people. It's just like pages of people. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? It's pretty funny. I'm sure your family is the same. There's just so many
Dysfunctional branches.
it's like starting here, this is all people like no one in here is more than a second cousin. It's like these are all first cousins or second cousins. It's literally just pages upon pages. It's all just Georgia, Florida, Georgia. There should be Oregon somewhere in here.
There's no Oregonians in here somewhere.
There's no Oregonians somewhere in here. It's just
Bro, follow me on Insta.
yeah, absolutely. Oregon first, but I do want to see if I can see more Oregon in here. But absolutely,
Needle in the haystack.
there it is. There's Portland, Oregon, right there.
Oh, nice. That's good.
So it's like in all this chaos of that, here, type it out.
I have to still be Caleb Elliott, but I changed it from Elliott in my name. I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah.
face,
on
like,
your
what?
face. No, I was like, are you serious? Like, I could just go get a new code right now. I have to start my test and sorry, the rules are rules. Like, what the fuck? It's like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
I pay student fees so I can use this. Yeah, I would have been put my student fees to good use.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous.
Well, that's one thing. I'm like, this shit should be available if you're charging me to use it. I am entitled to it if I pay to use it.
16, 17, 18, whatever it is, same person in a year right now. I'm paying $22,000 a year. Come on.
Okay, look up the entitled. Oh, you're entitled to my money. I'm entitled to that, sir.
Yeah. I probably should have gone with that. I ended up kind of embracing it. Too easily, maybe, but.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
People, I guess people think I'm funny. Sometimes I don't even try to be. I was in a sauna and everyone was laughing about me. I'm just talking about, autistic people, I guess, like Jerry Seinfeld. Bitches about everything and people think it's funny. I'm like, I guess that's me too. Something about us autistic people, we just complain it's funny.
Yeah.
Because we have like how do people really do that, right? We just get in our own little worlds and then we share it. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I like that. Good way to make humor.
And I was going on about being a retard. The sign looks okay, but I see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm just trying to do this last year. This singularis is just it's Friday.
Remember that? Yeah. I had a 385 and someone was overseeing something. Some of my research for some credit. I was just, he was contradicting himself, all his expectations, and that finally I said, you know what, give me a D and graduate anyway. So there goes my 385 to a 36. But it was just kind of like, it was funny. I remember my last year was spending fact, okay, I'm graduating with honors instead of high honors. No one cares.
The funny thing is I didn't need this class. I just didn't pass to get through this class. Or to graduate, I have to pass this class. And so.
What's funny is at the end of winter term, they go, oh, all your honor societies, all this, all that. So I'm like, I'm already committed to all these things because of my track record before this term. And I'm in graduate school now, and happy as can be, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, sometimes you just have to be like,
I mean, these two classes are going to work. I think these are 227. I'm taking those shits and gigs.
Yeah.
Just because I need to have full time to work.
Oh, right, yeah.
But then this class is the only class that matters. So if I fail this, it's like, really fun.
I mean, I was wondering, it's like, we should get a 100 level your senior year.
It's awesome.
What kind of degree is this?
I love it. It's just nice.
Yeah, I started winter term, so I'm kind of on a 2.5-ish year track for my grad program.
Yeah.
It works out, but what's funny is in the fall, because I did winter, spring, and the fall, I'm taking an introductory course to figure out what direction you want to go with your research, and I'm like, that's going to be a walk in the park. I already know, but it's required, because normally those are first year people who are like, oh, I want to find a direction. Now I'm like, let me pretend I don't know, so that way I just might stumble into this very road I'm already kind of going down.
Exactly.
But yeah, my thesis chair, I already know there's probably going to be on the committee hearing my graduate thesis stuff. And like, I got it figured out, but I kind of have to put myself in a position now. If I didn't, what would I maybe do?
Absolutely.
So it's kind of funny when you start like middle of the year and you just go, oh, okay. All the required stuff for the fall for beginners I still have to do.
Yeah. I was starting to consider graduate somewhere. Man, it'd be weird. I mean, not weird, but some people, like, I had a couple buddies who went straight grad school here, the same way that you took time off before going back. And so, it's just one of those things. I'm sure you're taking classes with some of these kids that are fresh out of college and all that. It's like, fuck, I've been to Kentucky, I've been to Vegas, I've done all this, all that, and now I'm back in school. So,
it's got pros and cons for sure.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah. There's a side of me that was like, what if I had, and I kind of beat myself up over it for a little bit. Like, oh, I feel like I put myself behind. Then I had to remind myself, in some ways, yes, but in some ways, no.
Yeah.
It's like, whichever way you go, like, you're going to either have career experience, you might travel, you might move, well, you are moving, or you might do all this. So, like, or if you go straight to graduate school, you're getting that and getting that experience at a young age. So, really, you're not going to lose. I mean, I kind of did because I felt glad I did. And I'm like, wow, I'm a good student in academics. Oh, yeah, you're,
I'm 20.
I got time.
you got several years to fuck up
I've got
from a
several.
26-year-old.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, we'll see what the path takes me. Either way, I'm excited to get out of Oregon for a little bit. Get to Chicago and just enjoy my there.
Basically, she was from a state agency that's supposed to help people with disabilities, and we're kind of the opposite thereof. But basically, at 25, she's like basically trying to tell me how much of a fuck up I was.
Yeah.
Right? And now I'm like, wow, in a little over a year, I'm gonna be like more official than she is.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
kind of nice that people who always talk down.
Hey folks, the Salem Salem coming up next up, just a few minutes. Once again, Salem.
Nice up at Salem.
Again, I'm not bashing myself too much, but they're always like, this, that is like, right now, it's kind of nice, and not like good fuck ups, or I'm fucked up, since everybody's like, they're so tied into stuff, they're like 6-year-old, and I was in Georgia, and like, they were picking up their money from working all this, because this is different from retirement, at that stake right now. Not that, like, I don't want anyone to like lose weight like this, but I'm like, y'all do this to yourselves. So it's like when I can like come here and like, after
Hey, Salem coming up.
You guys also do chose your fate.
I tell people that did that. It's like I feel sorry for the people.
Yeah, I'm
that
getting
did it.
off.
I don't feel sorry for the people that did it. It's like you're a chicken, you voted for Colonel Sanders. That was kind of dumb.
Exactly. It's like you're talking this little game was going to destroy your 401k. So.
Yeah.
What am I? He voted for Trump. He's definitely one of those guys that basically sold all his money before he got back. Waited for this one to happen and then draw his shit from him. When the market happened, he probably made $3 revenue.
Yeah.
Like, these are people that just like make exactly this sort of time. They're going to make billions of dollars.
Yeah.
They're giving the rest of us a heads up.
Oh yeah. Well, now if you're in Congress, then you're a public servant, and the person you serve is yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just serve yourself in public. Pretty much, but you don't. This day and age, if you're a public servant, I mean,
Yeah. That's fucked up. That's real fucked up.
just call it a self-serving.
Yeah.
I love the senator from Louisiana, which is an idiot, but he was talking about, it's kind of like whiskey, what Trump's doing with the tariffs. A little bit of it, when it can do you well, but too much of it is going to be trouble. It's just like that. This guy's so stupid. It's hilarious, right?
It's really funny. It was really funny to watch. It's like, that's got to be the most easy and senator thing ever.
Well, this is my stop.
Hi, Caleb.
Great to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Yeah. Good luck in Illinois.
Okay. I'm going to get his score too.